everybody, it's Riley or Ross Thrifted over on Instagram and Poshmark, and today I am here with a mid-tier luxury brand haul. All of these brands I would consider bolos, so if you want to stick around and find out what I am buying to sell on Poshmark as a bolo brand, stick around. That didn't totally come out the way I wanted it to. So if you don't know who I am Riley. I'm a full-time reseller over on Poshmark. I'm currently only selling on Poshmark, so all these items will be listed and sold on Poshmark. First and foremost, where did I find these bolo brand items? I live in the Chicago suburbs and I drive into the city of Chicago to go to buy sell trade stores. I go to a couple Buffalo exchanges and Crossroads in the city. I thrift items to sell to them. So I'm not usually taking them old inventory, although I do occasionally try, but I am more thrifting pieces for them at a lower cost of goods, accepting their payout, and then using that credit to purchase these items. Oh, this is Daisy, guys. Yeah, this one's not mine. Mine is Olive. She's at home. I am actually trying to get out of dog sitting because I don't like leaving Olive, but I mean, I don't leave her alone. She stays with family. But I have I'm not taking on like new clients, so one day maybe. Anyway, so are you gonna stay in the video? Okay. Kind of long intro, but that being said, I grab stuff at the bins and sometimes even Goodwill if I can get stuff for like $2-3. I kind of know how their pricing works, so oftentimes if I take them a Madewell shirt, they'll price it at $18. I get $9, so I know I'm willing to pay about $2-3 for that shirt. And I take the 50% in-store credit, apply that to the items that I'm going to purchase. I still have a cost of goods, and it actually is a relatively high cost of goods. Everything today that you see, well, except one item that we'll get into, was $13. But for the items I got, I am honestly willing to pay more for these items. So I like this system. Not everybody wants this. And honestly, my cost of goods shouldn't be this high usually. I just made a bad buy last year that I'm still kind of, paying for. That is how I get these items. That may or may not be an option to you. I know Crossroads and Buffalo Exchange are not local everywhere, but if you are looking for more bolo brands and you want to go to like a store filled with bolo brands, I would recommend checking out consignment stores. Even Plato's Closet can have some. You just have to be willing to pay up for the right items. Okay, so long intro aside, let's get into this video. Also, one thing, after I just said this video gets posted on a delay. So I'm filming this end of March. You're probably not going to see this till the beginning of the summer because I like to give these items a chance to sell and post comps, just so you know if paying up is worth these items if you're hoping to sell them in about 2 to 3 months, which usually I think I sell about 50%. So let's hope that stays true. And at 50% in that time period. Let's hope that stays true for this video. Okay, so actually unknowing to me, the day we went was their spring event, and I didn't know they did this. We just showed up and they told us it's our spring event. So there was a lot of incentives to buy and sell. If you sold over $200 of store value for them, which I did, you got a prize. I think I forgot to take that prize. It was like a succulent. So I forgot my succulent, but that's okay. I don't really have a spot for one right now. And then if you purchase, they had a big wheel, if you're a Webkinz girly, spin the wheel of wonder. So both my sister and I landed on prize, and so we both got a pair of socks. I'm gonna pass those along to my friend because they're much more her style. I was really hoping for that gift card or a 10% off coupon. But the one thing we did get to, we did get to spin the wheel. That was fun. But they had a designer rack in the back of heavily discounted items. It is heavily discounted items compared to what they normally have items priced at. And honestly, a lot of that stuff was fake stuff they accidentally brought in. Like there's a pair of Gucci loafers that were fake, and they probably couldn't sell because no one wanted a pair of fake Gucci loafers. There was like a pair of fake Uggs, but I got a few things off that rack I'm hoping are not fake. So I'm going to show you this item first because my cost of goods for this, I just kept, they had this priced at $5. I kept it at $5, and so I didn't average out my cost of goods for this piece. It is an All Saints t-shirt. I wouldn't pay much more than $5 for an All Saints piece, but All Saints is a brand I like to pick up. I don't think it does as well as it once did. Honestly, I haven't sold that much of it, but this t-shirt I'm not expecting more than $25 for. Let's hope bleached tie-dye is still on trend. It is a large though, so I think that helps. The rest of these pieces are going to be more of the bolo pieces. All Saints, good brand in a t-shirt. I mean, it's nice to be able to sell a t-shirt for $20 to $25, but these are going to be much higher sales. I'm expecting probably for everything over $60. So this was actually one of the heavily discounted items. It is this pair of heels from a brand I've never heard of before. Charlotte Knowles, I think is how you say it. And I checked Poshmark and there's very little comps on Poshmark. But when I searched Poshmark, I searched how this is spelled out. They actually, as a brand, I don't know if this is an older piece or how this works, they have an abbreviation they go by. So I'm going to put it up here. These are likely very expensive shoes. I just say that because I didn't find like an exact comp. I'm guessing these were anywhere from like $400 to $600 shoes. As you can tell, they're a very funky style and they're actually my size. And I did walk around a little bit in them, not much because the bottoms are honestly in pretty good condition. If they were scuffed up, maybe I'd keep them and try to wear them, but I don't know how people walk around in these. It's like having a weapon on the bottom of your foot. Look, I could barely walk in these. Not that I wear heels a lot, but like these are gonna be hard for anyone to walk in. They're definitely a style choice. They're super fun to just walk around in though. So because when I did comps, there was very minimal information on Poshmark. I don't honestly know what these will sell for, but just, I mean, retail does not always equate to resale value, but these just felt like a special piece I had to give a chance to. So, as I said earlier, these I paid $13 for, and the rest I paid $13 for. This is actually a brand I had never heard of before. I'm assuming this is at all Crossroads locations, but they have, oh, I didn't say, I sold to Buffalo Exchange and Crossroads both days, but I only shopped at Crossroads because we were short on time. So when you're shopping in Crossroads, they have items hanging along the walls. And I often look through those because those are pieces they want to like feature. And I saw this hanging up and it looked really nice. And they had it priced at $47.50, which is on the high end for them. It is from the brand Sleeper, and it is a linen dress. This is obviously, sorry about the glare, a very trendy style with the puff sleeve, smocked waist. I believe this is linen. I'd be surprised if it's not. Let me show you the brand tag. And I've sold a decent amount of Hill House. This is 100% from the same manufacturer as Hill House. Like that's the tag, would be so surprised if this did not come from the same manufacturer. It feels exactly the same. Their tags even look the same. If you have never heard of Hill House, it's just another bolo brand. It is 100% linen. And it also came with this tiny tie. I don't actually know where this goes. Maybe it's a hair ribbon actually. I'll have to figure that out. There is a nice hole in it though from the sensor, if you can see that. I guess it's not bad. Anyway, oh, I didn't tell you. For these, they were one of the super sale designer items. So these are actually priced at $15, but average out. This was, again, the $47.50. I've never sold this brand before. Comps looked like they could be going for over $100. I saw one in maybe a different, like a pink color or something going for that price of this style. But I knew I was not going to be paying $50 for this. I knew I was going to be paying around $12 to $13. So I was very happy to pick this piece up for that price. Let me know if you've heard of this brand before, and maybe if it's like an influencer brand or something. Like, how did it become sought after? Because I'd never heard of it before I saw it, which happens a lot at Crossroads. I learn new brands or brands I've never seen before in the wild. This is not one of those brands. This is a Lululemon jacket. So this is a men's rain jacket that they had priced at $65, and It's new tags though. And it retailed for $248. It is the waterproof full zip rain jacket size large. So everybody's been saying that Lululemon has been going downhill. I personally haven't experienced that because I don't sell a lot of Lululemon. And honestly, Lululemon's never done crazy well for me. But I knew a new tags jacket, men's size large, would do well. They did have it priced at $65, and if I had more time, I would have checked comps, but my sister was rushing me out of the store, which is a lousy excuse, but I just need to remember not to go shopping with her. I go shopping with her all the time, but sometimes she just gets in a bad mood and wants to leave. Sorry, Kendall, that's on the internet now. Anyway, I didn't pay $65, I paid $13. I just knew without checking comps that I'd be willing to pay my average, cost of goods when I go to Crossroads for a new Tags men's Lululemon jacket. Hopefully this piece sold quickly and you saw a full comp. I would not recommend ever picking something up for $65 without checking comps. Again, I just knew my cost of goods wasn't really $65. This is a total Bolo brand I learned from Jack Valentine's YouTube channel. It is the brand Stone Island, and I was totally surprised to see this. I think it's a newer popular brand. I honestly don't know how much these retail for or resale for, but I just know they're a Bolo, and I grabbed it. Again, another piece I didn't check comps on. They had it priced at $42.50. One thing I will say about Crossroads, occasionally, Buffalo Exchange less so, but mostly Crossroads, somehow they know every single brand. I don't think I've ever seen a brand I knew that was a good brand and they didn't have priced up. Logo detail here. It looks pilled, but I think that's the style. I will have to check. As I've said, I've seen fakes in this store before, so I will have to double check authenticity, but that looked pretty good to me. I hope it's authentic. It's very soft. I didn't actually check fabric content. Cotton. No, nothing exciting in there, so I don't know why these are so expensive, but hopefully I threw some comps up on the screen so you can learn more about this brand. I will just show you this tag one more time. Stone Island. So you know it's a Bolo. Hopefully you find it thrifting or at a consignment store. Next piece, a piece I didn't check comps on. That sounds so bad, but this one is definitely gonna be harder to check comps on because it's not really a noteworthy style. It is from M. Missoni. If you don't know, Missoni is definitely a Bolo designer brand. I can't get that. I think M by Missoni is a more diffusion line by them. They also, once upon a time, did a collab with Target, so make sure if you're paying up, you're not paying up for the Target collab. So they're known for knitwear, and usually pretty colorful knitwear, and while this is a knit piece, it's not very colorful, but they only had it priced at $28, so I was willing to grab that. So I would say this is not their average dress price, but I'm a little surprised they didn't price this above in that 30 to 40 range. So it's a floral knit. Maybe you can see it a little better. Is it actually? No, I don't even think it's floral. And it does have a slip attached. And this is another piece now whenever I'm buying designer from them, just because I've seen a decent amount of fakes there, I do check authenticity. And this tag looked pretty good for me, but I will make sure it's authentic before listing it. I don't know how much this retailed for. I haven't sold Missoni in a while, but I would guess hundreds of dollars. Next piece. You're probably familiar with this brand because of their backpacks, but their clothing does so well. It is Fjallraven. Okay, and this is a men's piece. The only other time I've sold Fjallraven I picked up from Crossroads, it was a pair of women's hiking pants, and I believe, those are in a video on my channel, I think, from last year, but those sold really fast for $60, I think. They had this sweater priced at $32.50, and I think that this has the potential to do even better than those hiking pants because it's a more substantial piece. It is men's size large. Oh, it has nice elbow patches. Oh yeah, here's their little logo if you're unfamiliar. So I've never found this brand thrifting, but I would love to. I think when I was looking for comps, it looked to be close to $100, but we're also going into summer. So I don't know if I want to, you know, try and like hold out. Like if it doesn't sell right away, hold out to get that price or let it go a little less because we're in summer. Haven't decided, but I was happy to find this piece. This is the brand Alex Mill. I have sold it once before. I picked it up at Last Chance, which means it sold at Nordstrom. They had this priced at $32.50. And this is a pink jumpsuit. They have a very like utilitarian style, and sorry, it's a very like partly cloudy day, so the sun is going in and out a lot. So they have a very utilitarian style. And I think they work with a lot of natural fabrics, so this is definitely cotton or linen. It's 100% linen. I did check comps on this exact piece because I wasn't sure how this color would do. I think I could probably get anywhere from $60 to $80 for this piece, and again, my cost of goods was $13. I think if it was in a different colorway, it might have been doing better. I can't exactly remember, but I would consider this a Bolo brand. Another brand I would consider a Bolo brand is New Works. They had this priced at $24, which is actually I think for like buy sell trade store prices pretty reasonable for this brand. New Works, they are like a US made LA based company that I don't know, I think they work with artists and they do these super funky prints. So actually this is another brand I learned about by shopping at Crossroads. Sorry if you hear Daisy chewing her bone. So I have picked up a dress from them from Crossroads that has since sold, and I have a shirt that I picked up at Crossroads that I am unfortunately sitting on, but it will eventually sell. So this dress I wasn't sure if I wanted to pick up because the fabric seems to have some slight wash wear. It just seems slightly faded, you know, not as crisp, but I checked comps. And I don't know if this is like a brand thing, like maybe their fabrics just don't really hold up, or this specific print. Some of them did have wash wear and they were still selling for like $60. So I have hopes to get around $60 for this. If you see New Works and you're paying up for it, I would search the print, especially see how the print is doing. And if you can, the exact style in that print. And then if you want to narrow it down again, size. But print and style, print number one, I think is very important for this brand. But that's like, you know, if you see it thrifting for $5, I would totally grab it. This is our last piece, and this is one of my favorite brands to resell, and they actually had this on the discounted rack for some reason. I'm not sure why. I mean, they do just get in. They have a pretty fast rotation period. I don't know the exact time frame, but they do mark stuff down kind of fast, maybe like after 2 months or something. So I guess it just didn't sell, and they decided to put it on a super sale. So this is Reformation jeans. It's an oversized, what do they call it? Oversized shirt jacket. So a jacket. Size small. So yes, very oversized. I would assume they honestly, like on the website, wouldn't be surprised if they styled this as a dress. They had this priced at $15 on their super sale, and I am very confident, 100% confident this is authentic. Now, unfortunately, I did know this when I picked it up. There is a like flaw right there. It's just like, wait, is it? Oh my gosh, it just rubs out. Okay, there's not a flaw. It's just a mark, and I thought it was a flaw to the fabric. So it's actually in immaculate condition. I'd pay $15 for this all day long, but as I say that, I'm realizing I never checked comps for this piece. But I didn't actually pay $15, I paid $13. So one thing I will say about Reformation while we're talking about it is that in the last like 6 months, they have been pulling a lot of listings that are using their stock photos. They'll just randomly do a poll and you'll get an email that your listings are gone. I do use stock photos. It's, you know, I'm not telling you to use them, but I'm saying I use them, especially on Poshmark where most people are using them. However, Reformation has been cracking down on that. That's just a note about Reformation. So guys, that is it for this haul today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I had some sold comps to share with you guys and you guys learned some new Bolo brands. Feel free to leave comments down below. Let me know if you've ever sold any of these brands, and I will see you guys in another video soon. Goodbye.